God bless and grand rising, brother Chris. God bless. All right, what's up, everybody? Grand rising to you all. Hope that you had a beautiful evening. I know Chris did. Wow, man in the house celebrating birthdays around here, jumping off. So we know we doing it birthday style all week. Y'all know how we do it. We celebrate on the day of birth, and then we just keep celebrating until all the way through the weekend, right? Party don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I don't know if you have any plans, man, but get you some weekend plans. You get older, things change. You need to kind of be like, I don't, it don't really even matter much to me. I just happy to be alive and breathing. I'm blessed. I'm good. So if that's the case. I smell you. I smell you. I feel the same way when it's my birthday. I just take it easy and sit back and love to watch the kids and celebrate me and the wife. So, all right, y'all. Let's get this thing cracking. Hit y'all first of all. Let's drop that word of the day. We'll come back and get to that a little later. Timothy 1 through 7. Yeah, brother Timothy. My brother, my brother, my brother. All right, markets pulled back on quite a few of the pairs. Quite a few of the pairs. So, make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe, please. If you're on, hit that thumbs up. Like we got a thumb already. Look at that. Somebody already on it. Oh, that was probably brother Chris thumbing it up in here. Appreciate all the way to the 8. Appreciate all the way to the 8. Make sure, if you can, share this, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate it. Most definitely do. Do all that old good stuff. We also had a TP from our Pippin pop-up Pippin show. You know what I mean? So that was a good thing. But first things first, we got the word out. Next thing we do is what? We go ahead and we check the news out. Make sure that we always check out the news. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, right there. News on this beautiful 14th, 11th of February. Like, ooh, that's pretty close. February, man. 14th is coming up. Got some comedy shows to do. So here we go. February 14th. Why do I keep saying 14th? February 11th. It's beautiful Tuesday. We do have Red Folder News coming up at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. will be long gone by them. Y'all just hold on. U.S. stuff may consolidate till that happens. Then also at the top of the hour, 9 o'clock, we have Red Folder News. I'm gonna say look out for USA. And then, kind of mild. The rest of the day, we got some orange folder that could shake things up. 6 hours. And then in 7 hours for USA. Also, 10 hours and 23 minutes, we're looking at AUD news for AUD. All right. Over into the markets. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So everything that we caught on YouTube here did hit TP. I know a couple of us Allbar leaders had a couple of trades that were going on. There's our GCAD that is pulling back. Let's see, GCAD. Let's just see what happened. GCAD pulled back on us. There's a pullback. But we did get a TP on GCAD. So this may have been for an older trade that was taken. Just the alerts are still there. So, what are we gonna do today, Sandra? Miss Jenkins, what are we gonna do today, Miss Jenkins? Did somebody say it? Somebody said it. Happy Black History Month, y'all. Yes. Happy Black History Month. That's every day. Do that every day. All right, so we're gonna look around. We have GCAD, we have GA. Looking out for these USA trades. I think most of them are. I thought they were kind of pulling back, but getting some alerts. I think I just got something from our indicator. Let's check and see what happened, what's going on. Looks like a pretty decent call. Let me just go in there and check it out first, y'all. This may be a good one. It's not a USA trade, so I'm gonna take a look and see what could possibly be happening. All right. Should have probably got in earlier on this one, but it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty gravy. I think we may even have some of these trades already going. Uh, we may have probably already in this one, my pip eaters. I think we did. I think we may have had some nice stuff going on with this trade. So let's go ahead and jump over and look at what Allbar lead is giving us. All right. Euro GBP right here. Here we go. Arrow happened here, and it's dropping down, crossing to the entry. Looking for a TP. If you have your indicators up and going, I want y'all to go in and take a look at that. And see. Could catch some on this one. It's meeting all the qualifications that it needs to get us in the game, right? So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just kind of looking at it and seeing what it's gonna do right now, just watching it. This pullback may occur and could pull back a bit. It could pull back a bit. So that could be cool because I'm not necessarily looking to, jump in a trade and get it right away. May want to, just let the market do what it needs to do, and when it comes back in our direction, just be ready for it. Okay. So seeing the pullback here, jumping these trades too early, and sometimes they sound like an old New Edition song. They be like, "Well, I'm going this way. I know you want me to go into the sell, but I'm going to a buy, so I'm gonna do what I gotta do and break your heart." Well, the best thing is for us to be apart. And they take all your money. That hurts, really does. But hey, you can't love the one you won't let them go and just love the one that loves you. Every trade is paying. That's what I'm doing. I be trade hopping. I be trade hopping. All right. So here we go. Right here, Euro GBP. GBP posse. Looking at a sell stop. My entry is going to be 0.83206. 83206. TP is going to be 0.083112. 83132. 83112. All right. Locking it in. Locking it in. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Dum, 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 dum. Looking at another move. Looking at another move. So we got this one locked in. Let's put a little color to it. Let's come over here. What else we have? Got Euro GBP. There's Euro CAD. There's GBP CAD. Euro JPY. I know y'all like not the JPYs. Don't do the Ys. Okay, cool. Let's go check out ECAD. Let's just watch her and see what she's gonna do. If she can make her mind up, then we may go ahead and set her up. Oh, I see what she's trying to do. See what she's trying to do. Don't stop. Get it, get it. Let me see you pimping now. Pipping now. Putting them pips in. Don't stop. Nothing going on but the pips. All right. Here's our play day right here. Here's our play day. Um, kind of want to move it up a little bit, but let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Euro CAD. Euro CAD. Let me double check this one before I go with it. Let me just double check it. I think I'm going with it. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I'm going. Um, Sell stop. My entry is going to be 1.47764. 1.47764. My TP is going to be 1.47660. 1.47660. I don't know why, but I do have a EuroCAD buy going on. So I say, let me double check this. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna close this buyout or not. This is a quick move for a sell. Hmm. I think I'm gonna leave my buy. I'm gonna take this sell and see if it's gonna turn around. That's what I'm gonna do. Woke up to a GATP. Don't know about anybody else. Had a couple of TPs this morning when I woke up. Couple of them. Let's see what we have. I think it was yeah, GBP CAD, Euro CAD. That's what we had. That's what we had. All right, I think I'm feeling like a little couple of Black History facts. Let's get it popping.
Did you know that dry cleaning was invented in 1821 by a black man named Thomas Jennings? Thomas Jennings owned a dry cleaning business in New York City and was the first black man in the United States to be granted a patent. Thomas L. Jennings was an African American tradesman and abolitionist in New York. He operated and owned a tailoring business. In 1821, he was one of the first African Americans to be granted a patent for his method of dry cleaning. Dr. Joseph Jackson holds 6 US patents for telecommunications and fertility prediction inventions. Jackson's first patent was for his contribution to a V-chip device that allowed users to block selected content on cable television. This type of technology is commonly used for parental controls. He also holds patent for the TV remote control devices. Granville T. Woods developed the railroad telegraph, a device that transmitted messages through static electricity between moving trains, telephone transmitter, railway system, subway system, roller coaster, and many more. Lonnie Johnson, the man who created the Super Soaker water gun, was awarded $73 million in unpaid royalties from giant toy maker Hasbro. Johnson, who founded the Atlanta-based company behind the Super Soaker, filed a lawsuit against Hasbro for underpaid royalties in the sales of the widely popular water gun, according to the AJC.com. Garrett Morgan, invented a safety hood you put over your head to avoid inhaling smoke at standing height. Jesse Eugene Russell, inventor of the digital cell phone. Paul L. Downing, little known Black history fact. This man is named Paul L. Downing. He invented what every household uses today, the mailbox. Downing patented his mailbox on October 27, 1891, and called his invention a street letterbox. 1 year prior to inventing the mailbox, Downing patented an electrical switch that allowed railroad workers to turn on or off the power supply to trains at the necessary times. Downing's design for the railroad switch were used as inspiration for inventors who created residential electrical switches. The street letter drop mailbox with a hinged door that closed to protect the mail was invented by Philip B. Downing. Downing, an African-American inventor, patented his new device on October 27, 1891. Marie Van Britten Brown was an American inventor. She was the inventor of the home security system in 1966, along with her husband, Albert Brown. In the same year, they jointly applied for a patent, which was granted in 1969. The invention was basically the first closed-circuit television security system and is predecessor to the modern home systems today. It led to the foundation for video monitoring, remote-controlled door locks, push-button alarm triggers, instant messaging to security providers and police, as well as two-way voice communication. The fame of Brown's device also led to the more prevalent CCTV surveillance in public areas, according to a 2016 New Scientist report. 100 million concealed closed-circuit cameras are now in operation worldwide. Edmund Berger. In 1813, inventor Edmund Berger invented the spark plug. Although the internal combustion engine, in which the current version of the spark plug is used, was only in the developmental stages in the mid-1800s. Mr. Berger is still given the credit for the invention even without obtaining a patent. Henry Thomas Sampson Jr. was an American inventor known for creating the gamma electric cell, a device with the main goal of generating auxiliary power from the shielding of a nuclear reactor. Henry T. Sampson is the first African American to earn a PhD in nuclear engineering in the United States. He is best known for inventing the gamma electric cell in 1971. Anna Mangin was an American inventor and women's rights campaigner. She invented a kitchen tool she called a pastry fork in 1891. This was different from the eating utensil, also known as a pastry fork. George Crumb. George Speck, also known as George Crumb, born in 1824, was an American chef. He became noted for his culinary skills after being hired at Moon's Lake House on Saratoga Lake near Saratoga Springs, New York. In 1853, he created the potato chip. Sarah Boone was an American inventor who, on April 26, 1892, obtained United States patents for her improvements to the ironing board. Boone's ironing board was designed to improve the quality of ironing sleeves and the bodies of women's garments. The board was very narrow, curved, and made of wood. The shape and structure allowed it to fit a sleeve, and it was reversible, so one could iron both sides of the sleeve. Boone was one of the 4 African American women inventors of her time who developed new technology for the home. Frederick McKinley Jones was an American inventor and winner of the National Medal of Technology and an inductee of the National Inventors Hall of Fame. His innovations in refrigeration brought great improvement to the long-haul transportation of perishable goods. He co-founded Thermo King, which became a $3 million business by 1949. Portable cooling units designed by Jones were especially imported during World War II, preserving blood, medicine, and food for use at army hospitals and on open battlefields. Alfred Crawley was a businessman and inventor of the ice cream mold and disher. Crawley was becoming interested in mechanics. He settled in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where he first served as a porter in a drugstore and at a hotel. Alfred noticed that servers at the hotel had trouble with ice cream sticking to serving spoons, and he developed an ice cream scoop. June 10, 1896, Alfred applied and won a patent on his invention. The patented ice cream mold and disher was an ice cream scoop with a built-in scraper to allow for one-handed operation. Alfred's functional design is reflected in modern ice cream scoops. Patricia Bath was an American ophthalmologist, inventor, humanitarian, and academic. She was an early pioneer of laser cataract surgery. She also became first woman member of the George Stein Eye Institute, first woman to lead a postgraduate training program in ophthalmology, and first woman elected to the honorary staff of the UCLA Medical Center. Bath was the first African American person to serve as a resident in ophthalmology at New York University. She was also the first African American woman to serve on a staff as a surgeon to the UCLA Medical Center. Bath was the first African American woman doctor to receive a patent for a medical purpose. The holder of 5 patents, she also founded the non-profit American Institute for the Prevention of Blindness in Washington, D.C. Madam C.J. Walker, born Sarah Breedlove. She is recorded as the first female self-made millionaire in America. Walker made her fortune by developing and marketing a line of cosmetic and hair care products for black women through the business she founded, Madam C.J. Walker Manufacturing Company. She made financial donations to numerous organizations and became a patron of the arts. At the time of her death, she was considered the wealthiest African American businesswoman and the wealthiest self-made black woman in America. George Washington Carver was an American inventor who promoted.
Come on now, y'all. Come on now. Huh? You feeling good? I mean, this is powerful. I don't know about you, but I feel like getting up right now, just walking in the tanning salon and go get me a tan. This is popping. Let's go.
Methods to prevent soil depletion. Carver wanted poor farmers to grow other crops such as peanuts and sweet potatoes as a source of their own food and to improve their quality of life. Although he spent years developing and promoting numerous products made from peanuts, none became commercially successful. Carver was also a leader in promoting environmentalism. His fame reached beyond the black community. He was widely recognized and praised in the white community for his many achievements and talents. In 1941, Time magazine dubbed Carver a black Leonardo. Benjamin Banneker was a genius and the United States' first great black inventor. He helped draw up plans for the building of Washington, D.C. and has also been credited for making the first clock to be built completely in America. He borrowed a pocket watch from a neighbor. He took it apart and studied its workings. He made a drawing of each component, then reassembled the watch and returned it fully functioning to its owner. From his drawings, Banneker then proceeded to carve out of wood enlarged replicas of each part. calculating the proper number of teeth for each gear and the necessary relationships between the gears. He completed construction of a working wooden clock in 1753 that kept accurate time and struck the hours.
Wow. Let's go. Yeah. No, it's a lot of stuff that we haven't invented. Like had one of those moments like, what? I didn't know a black person did that. Wow. Wow. So much. You can't even keep up. I don't know about y'all, but I want me some potato chips right now. I want me some potato chips. Ice cream scooper, broom, dustpan, rake. Come on. Mm. So much stuff we invented. We don't even get credit for. Like slow music. I know it was a black person invented slow music. Don't get me started, y'all. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I don't know about y'all, but I want some more of this black power. We'll turn it up. Get some more of this going on.
Hello and welcome back. In this Black Excellence presentation, we will highlight 10 Black women inventors.
Welcome to blackexcellence.com, the site where we share Black excellence, opulence, and affluence. Our mission is to inspire you as we enlighten you.
We here at Black Excellence specialize in illuminating the experience and contributions of African Americans, which is the foundation of our channel. We are particularly keen on pointing out the ingenuity, innovation, and creativity of Black women who have transformed this world in ways that few can believe. It is essential for the Black community as well as white America to understand the impact of Black women pioneers, entrepreneurs, and inventors from our past. Our aspiring grade school student will not read much about these women in the history books, so we hope you take the time to celebrate these trailblazers who may inspire them and help propel their dreams forward. In this original Black Excellence video, we will be featuring 10 African American women whose inventions changed the world. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Patricia Bath, pioneer in ophthalmology. Patricia Bath's name is associated with many amazing feats and pioneering works from childhood till her death in 2019. Bath was born to Rupert Bath and Gladys Bath on November 4, 1942 in Harlem, New York. Although her parents were not rich, they encouraged her to pursue academic interests and explore new cultures. Her interest in science peaked when she got a chemistry set as a gift. She worked hard in her academic pursuits and made discoveries that earned her the Mademoiselle's Magazine Merit Award in 1960. Bath earned her bachelor's degree from Hunter College in 1964 and her medical degree with honors from Howard University in 1968. Bath began to pursue a fellowship in ophthalmology at Columbia University. During the course of her studies there, she discovered that African Americans were twice as likely to suffer from blindness and 8 times more likely to suffer from glaucoma. These findings motivated her to invent devices and systems to change the outcomes. One of her brilliant inventions is the laser phaco probe, for which she became the first African American female doctor to hold a patent for a medical device. The device, which was completed in 1986, provided a less painful and precise treatment of cataracts using laser technology, and she received the patent for it in 1988. With the device, Bath was able to restore the sight of people with about 30 years of blindness, thus pioneering laser eye surgery as known today. She also pioneered community ophthalmology clinics during her residency years and co-founded the American Institute for the Prevention of Blindness in 1976, which established that eyesight is a basic human right. Bath won many prestigious awards in her lifetime and continued to advocate for innovation and telemedicine. Number 2. Marie Van Britten Brown, pioneer in surveillance systems. Brown was born in Queens, New York on October 22, 1922. She worked as a nurse and was married to Albert Brown, an electronics technician. The crime rate in their neighborhood was high and police response time was slow, coupled with the unfixed hours of the police force, pushed Marie to look for ways to increase the level of personal security in her home. She needed to create a system that would allow her to know who was at her home and contact relevant authorities as quickly as possible. That idea birthed the invention of the first home security system and the basis of modern surveillance systems, remote-controlled doors, and push-button alarms. Brown's security.
Who knew a black woman was in? Come on now, the security system. That's not even surprising because the black woman, boy, they don't even need security system. They know what's going on before you even do something. My mama used to see me do stuff before I did it and knew it was me. Incredible. But this is, man, let's go, girl. Get it.
System comprised of peepholes, a camera, monitors, a two-way microphone, and an alarm button that could be pressed to contact the police immediately. The peepholes were placed at 3 levels on the front door, the top one for tall persons, the middle one for people of average height, and the bottom one for children. A camera was mounted at the opposite side of the door, with the ability to slide up and down through the peepholes and project the image on a monitor through a wireless system. The microphone was to enable her to speak to the person at the door, and the person could speak back. If the person was perceived as an intruder, the alarm button will alert the police at once. But if the person was a friend, the door could be opened by remote control. Marie and Albert Brown filed for a patent on August 1, 1966, under the title Home Security System Utilizing Television Surveillance, and it was granted on December 2, 1969. Brown's invention gained her well-deserved recognition, including an award from the National Scientist Committee and an interview with the New York Times on December 6, 1969. Brown resided in New York with her family of 3 until her death on February 2, 1999. Number 3. Miriam Benjamin, inventor of the signal chair. Miriam Benjamin was born as a free person on September 16, 1861, to parents Francis and Eliza Benjamin in Charleston, South Carolina. Her family moved to Boston, Massachusetts with the hope for better schooling. She attended high school in Boston, then moved to Washington, D.C., where she worked as a school teacher and a federal clerk. She later enrolled into Howard University Law School. While Miriam worked as a school teacher, she invented the honk and signal chair for hotels. She thought of a way to get the attention of the waiters in a hotel from the comfort of your chair. The chair had 2 components, a buzzer button and a light signal. When the button is pressed, it would buzz at the waiter's station, and a light on the chair would let the waiter know who wanted service. In her patent notes, she said the chair would serve to reduce the expense of hotels by decreasing the number of waiters and attendants, to add to the convenience and comfort of guests, and to obviate the necessity of hand clapping or calling aloud to obtain the services of pages. Miriam received patent for her invention in 1888, making her the second African-American woman to receive a patent in the United States. She lobbied to have her chair adopted by the United States House of Representatives, but they eventually installed a copycat version of hers that she didn't get credit for. Miriam became a solicitor of patents and moved back to Boston in 1920 to live with her mother and work for her brother, Edgar Pinkerton Benjamin, a noted attorney. Benjamin's invention was the precursor to the flight attendant call button, a key tool for customer service in the airline industry. Number 4. Sarah Good, inventor of the folding cabinet bed. Sarah Good was born enslaved in 1850 and received no form of formal education while growing up. After receiving her freedom at the end of the Civil War, Good moved to Chicago with her husband, Archibald, who was a carpenter. She became an entrepreneur, and together with her husband, they owned a furniture store. Sarah realized that many of her customers were working class people who lived in small apartments and didn't have enough space for many furniture, sometimes including beds. She thought of her way to utilize such small space while providing the comfort of a bed as well. Thus, she invented the folding cabinet bed. The folding cabinet bed comprised of a bed, which could be concealed when not in use to serve as a roll-top desk, with compartments for stationery and other writing supplies. This invention made her customers have both the comfort of a bed in their home and the luxury of a desk for writing activity.
You know what? I've been seeing these a lot more on um, social media now, like stuff like this, and didn't know that my sister did this. Didn't know Sarah was into the doggone folding beds. That is what's up. Come on.
The bed attached to the cabinet was wide enough to accommodate two adults or an adult and two children. The folding cabinet bed was a timely and satisfying invention and is the predecessor to the modern-day Murphy bed. Good was granted a patent for her invention on July 14, 1885, by the United States Patent and Trademark Office. This made her the first African American woman in history to receive a patent for an invention. She died in 1905 at the age of 55 years. Number 5. Marjorie Stewart Joyner, pioneer in cosmetology. Marjorie Stewart Joyner was born on October 24, 1896, in Monterey, Virginia. She moved to Chicago and began studying cosmetology at the A.B. Moeller Beauty School in 1912. In 1916, she became the first African American graduate of the school. That same year, at the age of 20, she got married to Robert E. Joyner, a podiatrist, and opened her salon. In Chicago, Joyner met another influential beautician and businesswoman who ran several beauty schools in the country, Madam C.J. Walker. In 1920, Joyner joined the C.J. Walker Beauty Colleges as the national supervisor. In the early 1920s, African American women were accustomed to straightening their hair with very hot curling irons. This process was slow and uncomfortable because only one iron could be used at a time. This made Joyner think of ways to improve on this method. One day, while making a pot roast in her kitchen, Joyner looked at the roast, which was being held together and heated with several thin, long rods from within. She envisioned a similar system that would use several rods hung above the client's head, which could roll several portions of the hair at once. Then, they could be heated up to produce a permanent wave or curl into her hair for a few days. In 1926,
Y'all see this? She looked at a doggone shish kebab stick. It wasn't but a shish kebab stick, and she figured out a way to roll up hair to make curls and straighten it out. Do you this the lady that caused my ears to be burnt? Who on here had their earlobe almost burnt off because you let it go and it slipped out your hand when your mama was putting them curls in? Come on now. I did not know. Ah, wow. I was wondering what would make you think about that because I would have thought about putting my hair on the ironing board, but she saw a roast being cooked with the rods being inside of it and just thought all of a sudden I could curl my hair with one of them if I could figure out how clamp this on and roll it up. My mother was so cold with them hot curlers. It was like watching a karate person with one of them karate knives and they be flipping and spinning it. Like they was spinning them hot curlers, they get them off the fire and spin them around real fast and cool them off and then catch them and then tss, and you hear your hair going tss, and you just hope every time you heard tss, it was not your ear. But then when your ear got hit or they got too close to your scalp, you ever smell your scalp burning? Oh man, come on. They took me back. Let me get off here and let this go. I'm enjoying this. Let's go. Sarah, Sarah, you know what I'm talking about. That's why she only got an ear and a half right now. Come on. It's gonna grow back. Don't worry about it. It's gonna grow back.
She began experimenting until she achieved a feasible prototype. She received a U.S. patent for her invention, the perfect wave machine, in 1928. The following year, she invented a scalp protector to make the curling process more comfortable for the clients. However, the patents for both products were assigned to Madam Walker, and Joyner didn't receive any substantial compensation for her inventions, which is very unfortunate. Her inventions were used in many salons on both black and white clients, and she continued to create systems to uphold the standards of beauticians in the country. She invented a scalp protector to make the curling process more comfortable for the clients. However, the patents for both products were assigned to Madam Walker, and Joyner didn't receive any substantial compensation for her inventions, which is
Hold up, hold up. Now I got a problem. Scalp protector? I never had no scalp protector. Sandra, you ever have a scalp protector when you was getting your well, you know what a scalp protector was to me when I was coming up? It was that jar of royal blue hair grease sitting on the cabinet on the side of the stove. That was a scalp protector I had. What's this scalp protector? She didn't get credit for. I want to see that. Now, I don't even want to hear no more. I want to know about this scalp protector. Sandra, did you get a scalp protector? Oh, my scalp protector was prayer. I was praying the whole time I was sitting by that stove. Mama had grits on one eye, bacon on the other eye, and the doggone hot comb on the other eye. Shh. They fired me up. Fired up now, Sandra. I'm fired up. I'm gonna let it play. I'm gonna let it play. I can't take it.
very unfortunate. Her inventions were used in many salons on both black and white clients, and she continued to create systems to uphold the standards of beauticians in the country. In 1973, she was awarded a bachelor's degree in psychology from Bethune-Cookman College in Daytona Beach. She remained dedicated to community service and died in 1994. Number 6. Judy Reed, inventor of the dough kneader and roller. Judy Reed was born during the time of slavery. Therefore, there is no proper documentation available in regards to her birth and childhood. However, it was discovered that she lived in Washington, D.C. when it was unlawful for enslaved people to be taught how to read and write, and would be harshly punished or killed if caught learning or teaching. In January 1884, Reed applied for a patent on her.
See, need to just take this part, take it to the school, let these kids hear this that's running around there being crazy, hanging out in the hallway. People get killed for wanting to get an education and learn something, try to read, and y'all sitting around here sagging in the halls doing nothing. Oh, let me stop. Let's go. Come on.
Dough kneader and roller. The device was an improved design on existing dough kneaders. Her device comprised of 2 rollers, corrugated slats, a covered receptacle. This device allowed dough to mix evenly. As it progressed between the 2 rollers, carved with corrugated slats that would act as kneaders. Then the dough passed into a covered receptacle to keep it clean and protected. The patent was granted September 23, 1884, to a person who signed X for this dough kneader and roller. It is believed that Judy Reed signed X because she was unable to spell her name or write. This technicality is the reason why Reed is not officially recognized as the first African American female patent holder. Number 7. Sarah Boone improved the ironing board. Sarah Boone was born as Sarah Marshall in 1832 in Craven County, North Carolina. In 1847, at age 15, she married James Boone in New Bern, North Carolina. Before the Civil War, she and her husband moved to New Haven, Connecticut. She worked as a dressmaker while her husband was a brick mason. As a dressmaker and a mother of 8 children, Boone found ironing of female sleeves and garments difficult to iron because they were curved and slim. Ironing in that period was done on either a pair of chairs or across a flat surface with an iron heated over a stove or fire. This was usually done in the kitchen because of the proximity to the stove or fire. Boone invented an improvement to the already existing ironing boards. Her board was designed to be effective in ironing sleeves and bodies of female garments. The board was narrow and curved, which was the fit of a female sleeve in that period. The board was reversible, thereby making it easier to iron both sides of the sleeves.
I know somebody wish they had them irons when they was coming up. I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not gonna say nothing. But them irons that they invented after that, that had the cord on them with the fabric on them, uh, I accidentally got hit with one of them. It wasn't even an accident. I had did something wrong. Uh, but I had learned that I was wrong, and I admitted to it real fast. Because if you couldn't get a switch, somebody grabbed one of them doggone cords, put that on you. Woo wee! I wish they had them when I was coming up without the cord on them. Shoot. And then these young folks think they doing something now going cordless. We've been doing cordless. Look at this, cordless irons. We don't even have cordless irons now. Come on, let's go.
It was also suited for ironing curved waist seams of garments. In her patent application, Boone stated that the purpose of her invention was to produce a cheap, simple, convenient, and highly effective device, particularly adapted to be used in ironing the sleeves and bodies of ladies' garments. Boone's ironing board was granted patent on April 26, 1892.
Atera is the IT.
Boone passed away in 1904. Number 8. Ellen Eglin, inventor of the clothes wringer. Ellen Eglin was born in 1849 in Washington, D.C., where she lived through her childhood and adult years. While living in D.C., Eglin worked as a housekeeper and a government clerk. Washing clothes at this time was
Oh, let me tell you, does this bring back some memories? Do y'all remember these? Oh my good. I don't remember like the one with the like that sat by itself. The one my grandmother had, it would sit on top of the washing machine. You could take it off and put it on top of the washing machine. And after your clothes washed, you would put them in here and then wind it up with your hand and it would wring the clothes out. Then she moved up and got one that was electric and it would roll by itself and it would squeeze the water right back in the washing machine. And then you took it and you put those clothes in a basket and then to the clothesline. Come on, y'all. I'm not the only person. Don't make me feel old, y'all. Come on, don't do this. Don't do this. Somebody say something. Say something.
only done by hand, and wringing out the clothes and drying them was also done by hand. Ellen realized that there had to be a better way to wring water out of the clothes, so she put her mind to work and
That's
came up
it.
with an invention that
That's the one. That's my grandmama's. That's it. Ah, come on, y'all. Somebody who remember that? Oh, let's go. My wife is like, "How do you remember that?" She gonna find out how old I am. Too late now.
changed the process of washing and made it very efficient and comfortable. She called it the clothes wringer. In the 1800s, Eglin invented a clothes wringer, which was a machine that comprised of two rollers in a frame that was connected to a crank. The clothes would be placed in between the two rollers, and as the crank was turned, the clothes would have the water pressed out of them. She applied for patent and was granted. However, Eglin sold her patent to a white person who was interested in manufacturing the product for a token of $18. In 1890, she was featured in the April issue of the Woman Inventor magazine, where she was asked the reason for selling her patent, and she replied saying, "You know I am black, and if it was known that a Negro woman patented the invention, white ladies would not buy the wringer. I was afraid to be known because of my color and having it introduced to the market. That is the only reason." The buyer of the patent went ahead to produce the product and made considerable financial rewards for it. Eglin's wringer is still being used today. Number 9. Lida Newman, inventor of a new style of hairbrush. Lida Newman was born in Ohio in 1885, but she lived in Ohio until the late 1890s, when according to the official census records, she became a New York City resident. Newman was a hairdresser by trade and also a women's rights activist. She fought alongside well-known women's suffrage activists for women's right to vote. As a hairdresser, Newman thought of ways to improve her business and came up with an improved hairbrush design. This was a period when women were becoming self aware and standing up for their rights. And Newman not only brought revolution as an activist, she also designed hairdressing products that added to the ease of women. In 1898, Newman applied for a United States patent for a new style of hairbrush. Her hairbrush design included features that promoted efficiency and hygiene.
Oh, let me tell y'all, I can ooh thank her so much. You get a hairbrush like that with the bristles and the little balls on it, and you reach around there and scratch your back with it. That'll make you ball your toe up so tight you'll pop that big one. Come on now, y'all.
The
Ooh wee.
bristles were evenly spaced in rows, with open slots to guide debris away from the hair into a compartment, and a back that could be opened at the touch of a button for cleaning out the compartment. The hairbrush was not only efficient, it was also stylish. Newman was granted the patent for her hairbrush on November 15, 1898. In the 1920s, Newman headed a group in her neighborhood that created awareness about women's right to vote. Newman continued to fight for women's rights and worked as a hairdresser to a private family throughout her adulthood. Number 10. Alice H. Parker, inventor of the central heating using natural gas. Alice Parker was born in 1895 in Morristown, New Jersey. She had her early childhood education in New Jersey before relocating to Washington, D.C. She attended classes at the Howard University Academy, which was a high school affiliated to Howard University. She earned a certificate with honors from the Academy in 1910. Growing up in New Jersey, the winters were harsh, and Alice felt like her fireplace was not effective enough in warming her home through the cold winters. This prompted her to design a more efficient way of supplying heat during winters. She is credited with the invention of the central heating using natural gas. Parker's central heating system allowed cool air to be drawn into the furnace, then conveyed through a heat exchanger that delivered warm air through ducts to individual rooms of a house. Her invention was convenient and decreased the need for people to go outside to chop or cut wood during winters. It also decreased the risk of house fires associated with fireplaces. Although the concept of central heating was already around before Parker's birth, her design was cutting edge because it made use of natural gas instead of coal or wood like others. Her invention paved way for the use of natural gas and energy conservation in central heating systems that we have in our homes today. Parker was granted United States patent for her invention on December.
Y'all, I apologize. I got so caught up in Black history. My wife was like, "Are we gonna get back to trading or what?" I forgot we was trading. I was in Black history class. I was in. This was good. This was good. Yeah, it's about over now though. But and then I'm talking to y'all like y'all could see what I was talking about. Oh, that was funny to me, man. I gotta show y'all a couple of things
Actors.
that I was talking about. Let y'all see what what was going on. Oh, that was funny. It's good and very informational though. Very, very, very. I know y'all found some knowledge out of that. I want y'all to see this. Oh, that was funny. These are the irons that I was talking about. These are the irons. Okay. Let me see it. Make sure that y'all can see that. Yeah. Y'all see those irons. So those are the irons that I was talking about. And then I want y'all to see this is the this is how we used to wring the clothes out back in the days. And grandmother had the one that would go on top of the washing machine like this, then end up getting one that was electric. Like this. And I was like, that's it. That's the one. I was, ooh, I was afraid of these because I'm just the electric one, you get your hand caught in there. I don't remember having a reverse button, right? I just kind of I used to watch cartoons and I would see the whole cartoon character slide through this, and I did not want that to happen to me. All right. All right. Black history. Black history. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I am going to I'm gonna share the link to this. I'm gonna share this link. This is good stuff. All right, y'all. Um, just got caught up in Black history. Such a beautiful thing. I know we had USA News at, it was that USA News, I think at 9 o'clock it was. That's what happened. Let's see. Was it at 9? Did we have some USA News? At 9 o'clock. So it's going on right now. Look at that. Look at that foolishness just jumping off like that's a lot of movement for one candle. So it's hard to tell what's really going on, but maybe we could kind of just look and see what's going on and probably leave y'all with something else. But if not, uh, I'll just see what's happening and then drop something in the group to all the pit beaters. I know we have some trades that we were holding, the 100 pip trade and something like that, that actually pulled back on us. Like I am still in and holding on to my position that we were holding. So, so would not be right if I did not follow up with our word, Second Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but the power, love, and the sound mind. Let me say that again. God did not give us a spirit of fear. So if God didn't give it to us, where does that come from, y'all? God didn't give us the spirit of fear. Where does that come from? Okay. We know it's not of God, and we know who it is of. So for us to watch scary movies and want to be afraid or scared or be jumping, we know that's not of God. So we should not entertain it and should not even be involved with it. We should not sit around here and fix our lips to be afraid to do something. And I know that it's something that's been put and it's been instilled in us, but we need to work on not letting this take over. My wife was just talking to my daughter last night, and it's like, why are you afraid to go downstairs? Where did this come from? So we don't teach that, but someone has put that fear in her. Like we have nothing to be afraid of. My wife just told my daughter, God does not give us the spirit of fear. We have, He gives us, listen to what it says. He doesn't give us the spirit of fear, but power of love. There's so much power in love. There is so much power in love. And also, to have a sound mind is power. It's powerful to be able to control your mind. We have control of our minds. We can go crazy. We can sit up here and think about stuff that we don't like all day, but that's totally up to us. We have the power to stop thinking about whatever is bothering us. We have the power to switch whatever you're thinking about because that can really do damage if you mentally stay in a place that is not good for you. Right? We could fall into a state of depression. We could even say that it's okay to be abused because we believe it. All right. So let's keep that in mind. Second Timothy, Second Timothy. This right here is my girl, uh, Harriet Tubman. We've heard so much about Harriet Tubman. If you haven't read her book, I know there's probably so many on her, but I know when I read the book of Harriet Tubman, I had to read it again. I think I am going to go back to the library and read that book another again. Okay. And if you haven't, let me tell you, inspirational, powerful, powerful. Like talking about no fear. Like I don't think she walked through the woods with a lamp. This picture is really making it look sweet. There was no lamp. She's walking through the swamps with gators and ain't no telling what else, mountain lions and coyotes and but that didn't stop her because she didn't have that spirit of fear. Not to mention a white man that would catch her or see her and it was over. And you always hear about her just escaping. That's beautiful. Oh, you escaped. That's powerful. But you got the nerve to go back to where you came from to free more people, put your life on the line to free more people. And before even getting to the point to where she was ready to escape and leave, like this is what really got me, is that her master was trying to hit someone else and the slave had made him mad and he picked up a piece of steel or iron or something and threw it to hit this other person and end up hitting her in the head and knocked her out. And after that, she would blank out. She would be walking or sitting and just pass out and then wake up and not really remembering what happened. So imagine escaping as a runaway slave and not knowing if you're going to pass out. There's nothing she could do about it. But she had no buts. But we have so many excuses and reasons why we can't do things that we think about doing. So many excuses. She didn't run around with a pocket full of aspirins and Tylenols when her head was hurting. She kept pushing. That's that's only like I can go on and on about Harriet Tubman because she did so much. We hear about the Underground Railroad, but what about the role that she played as a spy and a nurse during the Civil War? She was a nurse, a spy, a cook. Crazy. A post-war man activist. She was a beast. She was a beast. We talk about the Underground Railroad all the time, but there was so much other stuff that she did. So, but we need to share this information. Keep sharing this. Wish I could share this, and post. I'll share it in our group. Post this on your social media pages. And just share it with your, grandkids or whoever. They We got to just keep this going. And what really hurts is that they were going to do that movie, and I forgot the person that was going to play Harriet Tubman, but it wasn't a black lady. I know y'all heard about that. They had a white lady that was going to play Harriet Tubman. We talking about the inventions. There are so many things that were invented by black people that black people did not get credit for because they couldn't get a patent. They were slaves. Most people that invent things try to make life better for themselves. So stuff like the broom, the rake, white people weren't sweeping, black people were. They invented the dustpan. Sandra Daddy invented the dustpan because he got tired of her sweeping and using his album covers. I'm just playing. It wasn't her father. He didn't, but that was funny. That was good. But I think a black person did invent the dustpan, the broom, the rake, but didn't have the money. Like no flack is huh? Black man invented the airplane, first flying machine. My wife was like, leave Sandra alone. We used to use album covers, just fans, serious. I got in trouble for using the Rick James. I don't use my Rick James album cover. It's Rick James. Ah, I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. It's been nice. Really appreciate y'all. That's what we do. That's what we do. It can't all be about money. We have to inform and educate each other in other ways, help each other out. So let's take a look one more time at what the market's doing. Still, still believing that we may be pretty good. See if things are going to turn around, but if not, it's all right because we do have other trades that we're holding. See there, Sandra said she did, Dre. She did. She did. On that note, y'all, remember, keep God first. Enjoy life. Don't get caught up, right? Keep a clear head and clear mind. Keep God before you. Keep growing. Keep learning. Keep loving. All right. We out. God bless.